Okay, hello Lacuna. Welcome to Sichbu and I's first attempt at a team video debrief.
Yeah. Hey. Good. You're natural. So we're gonna start talking about the uh, White Star we did against the
Okay.
Dark Age. Dark Age. So and we're gonna talk about the first problem. Ego, you can start.
Okay, so this is from our first CST run, and this is in the opening hours of the match. You can see on the replay clock it's 4 days, 6 hours, 40 minutes. So we've just started, and already Dark Ages has shown their recoil attack from their flagship. We can also see at their portal, I think you say that Druliger. I don't know how you say that.
Yes.
His battleship, which he named Boomalicious, already is there. Already has Vengeance almost activated, and he has Leap equipped. You can also see on his portal that he has his transport there with Time Warp 8.
Okay.
So we know, looking at these things, we are about to have a leap attack with this explosive battleship.
Sure.
If you look at our portal, a couple things to point out. We have 4 transports here on our portal, all equipped with rockets, and all have been sitting there for long enough that their cooldowns have expired.
Yeah.
Also, you can see our miners are not yet in motion. They're still mining in sector A1. Or even moving there.
Yeah.
So conditions are set in our favor. We can see the recoil attack coming. We have plenty of lead time for the attack. And we have a rocket battery at our portal that's capable of responding.
Yes.
Sitch, one thing I didn't check is there a time warp near their flagship that they could have used?
I think, let me check.
Okay, yeah, he's already using it.
Yeah, he already using it. I don't know what level. Okay. Level 9.
9, okay. So the flagship, we know the flagship timing now. It's not going, they don't have a time warp 10. It's not going to change very easily because
it's gonna happen.
Right. Okay, so let's see.
You want me to skip ahead?
Yeah, let's skip ahead a little bit. So we have an opportunity right now. We could have started setting up rocket shots right now.
Yes.
To hit that recoil landing spot. But look what happens instead. Couple things. So first here, notice our miners. Okay, there's the first rocket.
Yes.
That rocket coming from Calabresa.
Yes.
And look at the target for that rocket.
Jump gate.
The enemy jump gate. With the travel time, I think of something like, what's it say on the rocket travel time?
16 hours.
Okay, yeah. So minus time warp effects, it's going to be tomorrow before that rocket gets there.
Yeah.
None of the other Rocketeers have shot yet.
Yes. I think other rocket will be soon. Okay, you want to talk, before that, you want to talk about the miners. I remember. I was asleep when this.
I thought we might have had some sleep or AFK troubles here.
Yeah, we had a talk and we said, okay, we go for it because we talk about possibility. I think if you go on the, I cannot go now. There is too much talk, but as I remember, we talked about we going there. Because Battery was unsure in his orders. He said he said go to the A2, two, and he said go there, and we set everything up, the the Genesis, the unities, and everything. We set it up, and so that was the orders to do it, and we all go to the sleep battery also, and we let it do it, and the recall happened at the night for me and battery, because we are in the different time zones. We have like 6-7 hours difference between you, so
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
So that's actually a good point, and that may have been part of why we got the rocket response as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think the miner that's coming from our portal is Thisman, maybe.
Yes.
Yep. But you can see Fifi has made a change to his miner move from the plan.
Yes.
Um,
Because he see
yeah,
this.
because he sees the recoil coming, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, so if you advance a little bit, let's see, to where Herculean has his rocket shot.
Yes.
Okay, so here we have Herc's rocket.
Yes.
Um, and at this point,
And he jump
uh,
out and jump in. You see, he has a new rocket ready, but he didn't
yeah,
shot it.
but did not shoot.
Yes. Yes.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
Also, SJ, I don't know what his time zone is off the top of my head, but I think he's opposite from uh, Herc, Kayla, and O.
Probably.
But
Maybe. I'm not sure
but
either.
we had at least three, because we see these rockets. We know we had at least three,
Yeah.
two or three players available.
Is your time zone the same time
Yes.
zone as the Hercules and Kala.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
And
So
we have 5. Where is the Kala ships?
he must have jumped out after he shot.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have 5. We
Okay,
have 5.
I missed that. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so we have at least 4 people in that time zone, I think.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So I think it's funny that we had all of these rockets here, great big explosions, and if you advance Time Machine a little bit, don't go past where Kayla's battleship starts to move, because there's some things to talk about there.
Okay. Can you say me the time when he moves?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see here. It should be about four days, 30 minutes.
4 days, 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, we have here. Here is a jump. Okay. This is the time when we jump it, and then I wake up.
And start moving. Actually, that's a good place to stop. This is good.
Okay.
So we have the enemy flagship here.
Yes.
You can go back to portal and see Drulager's bomber. I'm sorry, the enemy portal, Dark Age.
Okay.
And see the enemy battleship. He has now 2 hours 14 minutes before his leap comes.
Yes.
So it's coming quick. He still has that time warp transport, so he could change his times up a little.
Yes. That is a very smart
Yep.
setup for a leap.
That's actually important to point out. Something we should learn too. Not using time warp until after the enemy responds, so that we can see the response and then change our timing.
Yes. 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 Hello, hello, hello. Hello, guys. So let's say we had a little problem. So me and Igor filmed 20-minute video, and then you know what happened? This recorder films only 10. So I will gonna try to be Ego for few minutes and complete something that we talk about a long time. Okay, so video stops here. What Ego wanted to talk about is, first thing, there was time to rockets to hit here. Also, the smart move we talk late game is to have time warp here, so he can adjust his arrival time as he please. Okay, and then we have one important thing. Okay, come on, jump it, jump it, jump it. Just a little. Okay. Okay. So you see, this flagship could have been destroyed. Okay. So what we wanted to talk about is, as you see, the positioning of the Vengeance. You see where it is? Okay. So it's go all around this edge. See, like this. But the circle is not in line, because targeting circles of the weapons always goes on the one spot here. So all ships there that are here got the same range of the targeting weapon, but mode's range are changed on actual position of the battleship. So weapons are weapon range is the same for all ships on the same rock, but modes are changed based on the position. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, the damage that this guy can do with Vengeance and Destiny is larger than the HP of Kala and shields and whole HP. So Kala move here was a bad choice, and for a few reasons. First one is he's gonna for sure die, and if battery have stayed, I think he will survive. I think no, he need to go out. Okay, never mind. If he stayed, he would for sure survive. And okay, I'm away. Fifi is coming here, and what is happened is that Fifi got online, and he started running away. And you can see how this ship jumped one place up, and this little guy and this guy moved, and then this guy Vengeance range move up here. So basically, if this guy didn't move, and if Kala didn't get here, you're gonna see here. Just let me try to. Okay, you see the Destiny range, Vengeance range, and now see where this is the line, and now you see how it's little shifted up. You can watch it and reply and try to see it. Okay, and if this guy stayed, Fifi Miner would survive. It is possible, like 80%, I think, 80-90% that Fifi Miner would survive. Let's see why. You see how circle ends. Bam. Okay, he almost get away. Two things: Kala ship died. He wouldn't die from Destiny, from Vengeance, but he need to stay here because of the barrier, because battery okay, so he cannot move. Second bad thing, moving targets that are gonna be dead for sure, and not checking what will do to the mods. I hope you guys understand. Ego would explain that more better. He's gonna write it, I'm sure. So please, Ego, I just tried to say it. Something that Ego talk about 10 minutes. So, and that's it. This is just example of the bad move. Something we need to watch out in the future. Nobody is saying, "Oh, you're bad," or "What did you do?" or something like that. It is just a bad move. Okay. Okay, that is it. That is it. What I think that's all we can talk here. We later gonna talk. Okay. See you in the other part. You think you're over, but it is not over yet. We have special guest coming the second time. Now where is the record stop? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is.
Okay, so here we're going to talk about some details on the mission structure and an example from Alpha Wing's TW number 13 run, where both Fifi and Sishbu perfectly illustrated how the mission structure is supposed to work. On my screen here, you can see our starting map. Just a quick orientation. Of course, here's our portal. You have the level 10 planet that was our target. Important sectors to note: Sector B4 just to the north of the target planet. Sector C4 here just southwest of the portal, or of the star, and Sector D5 south of the star. Here on this slide we have overlaid Battery's beautiful graphic, and you can see from here the green line that represents the mission that was given to both Fifi and Sitch in the initial portions of the planning. Here in the upper right is where Battery described what that mission was, but basically both players were given the advance to contact mission here, with follow-on missions. On contact, they were to engage and destroy. On no contact, they were to execute a convoy intercept. And all of that was issued before we even knew really what the enemy was going to do. So one thing we want to show here is how this mission structure, with its possible outcomes, allows individual players to make decisions on their own without the commander having to micromanage or be readily available to answer questions, which gives the team flexibility as the match progresses. So that's our starting point. I'm going to pass the screen over to Sishbu, and we'll look at the replay.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are at 3 days and 20 hours into the replay. You can see the blue battleship under the pointer is Sitch. To the right of him, the small battleship in sector, what is that, C4, is Fifi. Both battleships have advanced along their advance to contact route, and we have arrived here at this point where the two different players have encountered the two different outcomes from the initial mission. So let's talk about Sishbu first. Here, he has advanced along his route, and you can see just to the south, there is Toxic Heathen, the assassin build battleship that was under impulse and moving very quickly in what looked like a flanking maneuver. Sitchbu is the closest battleship, and because he's close enough to attempt an engagement, this could be considered the contact outcome from the mission structure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sitch, but if I remember correctly, during this time, he was asking Battery and others, should I continue to engage this threat? Yes. But there was not really good information available from the command. So this Battery was AFK. I can't remember if Herculean was also AFK.
Yeah, something like that. I think Hercule gave me the green light in the end. I'm
Okay.
not sure, but I think it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if he hadn't been, um, the mission structure, in this case, he's arrived at a contact outcome. His follow-on mission for contact is engage and destroy. So Sichbu did the smart thing, which was he sees the threat. It counts as contact in his advance to contact mission. So he moves to the follow-on mission, engage and destroy, and sets a move to attempt to intercept this battleship.
Yeah.
For the most part, without needing input from the command.
Yeah.
On the other side, with Fifi, same mission, same outcome structure. Fifi has advanced along the green route to sector C4 here and has not made any contact yet. He had the limit of his advance from the graphic earlier was sector D5, just south of the White Star. So he has not yet made contact. He knows he's to continue on to sector D5. And so again, no command input required. Both players are able to act independently and still stay within Battery's idea of the plan.
Okay.
Okay, yep, go ahead and advance. So here you can see Herculean has started a teleport. And at this point, it became clear that Herc, Czech Congo, and S. Juggernauty. Juggernaut, how do you say that? Juggernauty? I'll just call you SJ. So those ships are now in a position to handle the toxic heathen threat. This takes Sichbu out of the contact result of his original mission of advance to contact. So now Sichbu has the outcome of the mission, which is no contact. And his follow-on mission for the no contact result is convoy intercept. If you advance the play a little bit. So Sichbu arrives at his point and he continues to advance. Now that he's reached his limit, he has a no contact result. So he knows, okay, I need to set up for convoy intercept, and he's moving into a position where you can see him setting up to attempt an attack on the level 10 planet. He's by himself right now, so he doesn't do the advance just yet, which was wise. But on the other side, you can see over here, Fifi now is setting his move to go into his final sector on the advance to contact mission. And you can see clearly he's got 2 targets in that sector now. So he is essentially moving into the contact outcome of the advance to contact mission. His follow-on mission, set from the beginning, is engage and destroy. So now Fifi is moving to engage and destroy, again, without needing input from Battery or Herculean. You can see him doing that now. So a couple of things to point out here before you go too much farther. Fifi now has 4 enemy battleships all around him, and he's all by himself there. But he didn't, during this time, he never queried command about, hey, what do I do, what do I do? He knew he had an engage and destroy mission. He knew he had a sector assigned, and you'll see as the playback goes, he continues to do the engage and destroy follow-on mission for that duration. Back over here where Sichbu is, just a quick note, this is something to talk about later, but I just want to point out, he's still technically on he's moved to the convoy intercept mission now.
But I retreat. I start to retreat here.
He started to retreat because for him to stay put would have been suicide. And he also did a fantastic job of starting to draw out the enemy modules. You can see he's suppressed right here. So he managed to get the enemy to use one of their suppressed modules, essentially wasted, because he's not in contact right now. Okay, you can go ahead and advance. So back over to Fifi. Fifi arrives at sector D5. He's still under the contact outcome of his original mission. He reverses course and continues the engage and destroy mission that was his follow-on to advance to contact. And what you see here, so that gets the second battleship just to his. He bonded the one and captured it. The other one joins to help out, and then you also see, I think it's Druliger who's doing this leap now to try and come in with another one of his goofy bomb attacks.
Okay.
So here we have advanced the play a little bit. You can see Fifi continues his engage and destroy mission. He has managed to draw 2 battleships into this, and a third. You can see the white line from the leap. That's going to be Druliger coming in to join Fifi's engagement. Sorry, the other white line.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So Fifi still has an engagement going here. Thizpin and O have started to join that, but for the time being, I just want to keep that focused on Fifi. Also, you can see Sichbu over here has set a long leg, but in this case, it had a strategic purpose. So it was a valid long leg. In this case, it was well thought out, and it was designed to do specific things. We can talk about that at a different time.
Yeah.
The point is, Sichbu has continued with the convoy intercept mission. Fifi is now continuing with his follow-on engage and destroy mission. Both players are doing this with minimum command input. So they're still sticking to Battery's plan without needing a whole lot of interaction or a whole lot of micromanagement. Okay, you can advance a little bit, and we can see that Fifi eventually, he launches a rocket, which is going to kill the battleship there by Thizpin, and he moves up and engages the battleship in the north as well, and is successfully able to take that one down. You can see Sichbu over here with the attack he's got going, setting up essentially the convoy intercept.
Fifi didn't finish him, but almost, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But he took him way down.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can, let me get the screen back, and I want to talk just one more thing about the mission structure.
Okay.
Okay. So the only thing that was missing from this example, in this mission structure, the idea is to get the commanders thinking about the future so that they assign a mission, they think about what the outcomes are for each of those missions, and they assign follow-on missions for those outcomes. In this case, Battery assigned Fifi and Sichbu the advance to contact mission, and he assigned them follow-on missions on contact to engage and destroy, on no contact to move to convoy intercept. The only thing that was missing from this example is when it became clear that both Sichbu and Fifi had moved to their follow-on missions, what the command should have done was issued new follow-on missions. I'll use Fifi as an example. So Fifi clearly moved into the contact outcome and the engage and destroy mission. Okay, so we were just saying the one thing that remained to be done here for our command was to issue, as soon as Fifi assumed the engage and destroy follow-on mission, what command should have done was then issue new follow-on missions. And I'll pull up the description of engage and destroy. Here we have our CST engage and destroy mission. With its description, but most important down here at the bottom, the 4 possible outcomes for an engage and destroy mission. As soon as it was clear that Fifi was solidly on the engage and destroy mission, which he was by this point, what I'd like to see our commanders doing is then issue new follow-on missions for the current mission that Fifi's under. In this case, it was engage and destroy. So command ideally would then say, okay, Fifi, for these 4 outcomes, here's your follow-on. For example, target destroyed, hold the line at Delta 5. Target escaped, I can't remember the missions off the top of my head, but basically pursue or move.
Okay. Engage or let... okay.
Yeah, continue the engagement, continue follow on, engage and destroy. Attack repulsed, meaning that Fifi was forced to retreat. In that case, transition to area defense or zone defense or something. And these are just examples. And then, of course, if the lost outcome, if Fifi's battleship was destroyed, there is no follow-on mission required. But the idea is this mission structure. If we continue issuing follow-on missions for every current mission, every player will always have some guidelines to know how to continue their play, even when the command is not available. So this is how the commander is able to communicate what we call in the military commander's intent. And if the whole team is aware of what the commander's intent is, we'll spend less time waiting for orders and more time allowing our individual players to make good decisions while still staying within the framework of the overall commander's plan. So that's our mission structure. That's kind of an example of what we're trying to get to for the CST. I think we do have some work to get there, but hopefully that at least clarifies kind of the concept a little bit for those of you who have not been in that kind of structure before.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm set.
Okay, let me stop. Okay. Hello guys, for the last part of the video. Okay, it was very difficult to set everything up. If you think was easy, it was not easy. Okay, so we see it earlier what happened here. I just want to clarify something Ego pointed me to say. So when I get here, there was a charter that me and Hertz need to go. Two of us need to go here. You'll see why that was not smart. My move here, come on, my move here, as soon as he saw that, he activated impulse and barrier, because he know if I catch him, he's over, and I just miss him by the inch. And Hertz was out of the range, he was on this rock, and he moved just a little so he can be here to engage. It was beautiful planned, Hertz, and beautiful. Okay, so that's why not all ships need to go right away. One guy is for to kill mass battery. One guy is mostly enough if done properly. Okay, now let's advance here. So I was Ego explained city orders and engage in combat and everything. I'm gonna talk why did I didn't not engage, because I didn't go further because I was alone. Fifi time warp showed he's going that way, and I'm going here to try to hit convoy, but soon every action everybody gonna be asleep, and I decide to put some moves I made was to when I saw this, I was sure they're gonna attack me, and what I did, I just pull a little out, and this guy was asleep, and he used his suppress on me. So this is very important for late what happened and everything. So he lose his, and then I calculated how long he needs to catch me, although he could catch me with barrier, and I move away, so so we can all make combat plan tomorrow better and everything. Then after some oh, Nightmare Falls, sorry, I'm filming a video. Okay, so so after that I put a move that was very risky but forces them to engage, and the worst thing happened. They catch me here, and I know the barrier is coming. I was sure, and was like, what I gonna do? What I gonna do? And I use bond for the guy who can escape bond. If he used teleport anywhere, I would stop. So I have short window here that if he used teleport before, I wouldn't stop moving because teleport cancel bond and I'm in his barrier and I would not move. Okay, and my surprise was I'm moving. Okay, that was epic. And then the attack force is coming. Okay, let's see. I'm away. This one is going here for the waiting for the kills. This guy. Okay, we have everything set up. I want to point out we needed to split the miners, not transport miners. In my book, maybe next time it would be better. Maybe. Okay. Gonna try to make this short. Just a second. How much time I have? Okay. Okay. Now we go to the. Okay. So beautiful, beautiful teleport, EMP, but this guy intercept. Kala, beautiful job. Rex, beautiful. So there, here, it is hard for me to talk this, but there is so little things that happen here that was done perfectly, and then mistake they did. This guy, if he teleported anywhere else, like here or here, it will be much better. Okay, so this guy gonna kill us. Combat here is on the way. This guy need to use destiny, but he has double lasers, and I think he didn't use it right away. He used because he nobody can kill him except this rocket, but because of the barrier it is not possible. In some point somebody used it suppress, but he disbanded his miner, I think, because he wasn't sure he gonna lose it. Okay, or he went here. Okay, never mind. Okay, then the use of the second suppress, because anybody who look at this range, it is crazy. I have now level 9, by the way. So okay, and Eagle will explain it later better. Okay, and now we're gonna lose ships. Okay, they say teleport here, so that guy used it on me, so you guys have a chance. And battery, this was interesting. So battery set up suppressed for him to make sure he gonna save miner, possibly, if he continues to firing. But what we find out, if he use destiny, then suppress will not activate, and he will have it to use it on this guy, who will surely kills me. So we take a risk, and what is happening here? I'm fighting, and then battery come back online. Battery come online, and he used that, and that make me survive. And then I run here. See, just little damage, Okay, and this is finishing. There was a lot of awesome moves here. It is hard to put everything up, and we just nail it here, and good job, Self. So like Tisban then kill some civilians. Tisban, you don't have a heart. Okay, so here, but you missed one. No, he's not gonna get away. Who killed this guy? Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, who killed this guy? Maybe he disbanded. Okay. Okay. I didn't follow up this, so that's it. I just want to point that up, and I think that is over. I'm sorry. Where is the recorder? Okay. Awesome game, guys.